$7 million for reef fish management, $25 million to combat Asian carp, $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico. We've ended the war on American energy. We were in war. And we've ended the war on beautiful, clean coal, one of our great natural resources. Meeting with the Burmese executives. So this Burmese, they say, pronounce it Burmese, a real beautiful company.
Seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
Go, Brandon, I agree.
welcome to another episodic show. It's a show about shows. It's a show that we have to show that I am here for a show. And on today's show, I will be covering some news. This is a news-based program. This is a news show. And I'm going to be covering some news. So, first up on the news is I'm drinking this morning. I'm having an Angry Orchard green apple cider. And yes, it is 10:06 a.m. But, you know what? Fuck it. It's been a while since I've done a show while under the influence of alcohol. So, figure it could be fun. And, we'll see how it goes. All right. So, we got a show going on today. I'm going to be covering the news. There's some news. And we're going to be talking about COVID. So, we're going to be talking about COVID. We're going to be talking about the Orange Man. He's orange! Can you believe it? He's still orange. And we're going to be talking about some other stuff as well. Why not? Anyway, so I got like a smudge on my glasses. So let me take care of this. Folks, I would like to tease that we're going to be having, by we, I mean me, as well as guests, there's going to be a second show today. That's right, 8 days a week. I work 8 days a week. And so there's going to be a second show today at approximately 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So, 8 hours from now approximately. And going to do a second show. A lot of people who are not on Twitter will not enjoy this show. But if you are on Twitter, you are going to probably enjoy this show. It's a great show. I'm going to be hosting a debate on my show, something I don't do often. But I'm going to be having Jeffrey Campbell go at it against Disco Brian on the show this evening, 6 p.m. So it should be fun. It's going to be a disaster. If you like to see train wrecks, I would recommend watching that. Or it could be great. I mean, the alternative is that they become friends and it happens live on my show. And that would be great. That's my ideal outcome. I'm not too hopeful, but we'll see how it goes. But anyway, so we got Lindsay in the chat. Everyone give a warm welcome to Lindsay. Why do you have two B's in your name? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. We'll get the ancestral historian of Lindsay's family to figure out why that second B is in there. And so anyway, we got a show today. And today is Friday, August 12th. Today is World Elephant Day. I do love elephants. They're great. And so, can we get a moment of silence for all the fallen elephants due to human activity, including poaching and climate change, and also, as well as building cities in places that they probably shouldn't be. So, a moment of silence, everyone, for the elephants. So. All right, so there we go. That's for the elephants. Hashtag for the elephants. I love elephants. So anyway, we got a show going on today. I'm a little tipsy. I decided to drink an alcohol this morning. So why not? Let's have some fun. All right, let's talk about COVID. Again? These motherfuckers are like, again? That's you. You're the motherfuckers. We're going to talk about COVID again? I know, right? But we've reached the point where I just have to. Folks, this is from the New York Times. CDC eases COVID guidelines, noting that the virus is here to stay. Y'all, I just want to once again remind everyone, what does CDC stand for? What is the name of the CDC? The CDC stands for Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The CDC throughout this entire pandemic has been the most disappointing institution I've ever seen. Right? You ever watch these movies like Outbreak or, right, like, or, you know, like Contagion or any of these movies, right? Or like, you know, whatever, like any movie where like the CDC is like coming in and they're like saying like they're shutting down whole cities, you know? Like the CDC comes around and they're like, you know, they have authority to like nuke the entire side of the country, you know. You ever see this shit? And then in the real life, in real world, you know, environments, the CDC is garbage. The CDC tried nothing. The official COVID guidelines this entire time have been recommended. They've tried nothing. The only way that you're going to convince stupid, shit for brains, diarrhea leaking out of their ears Americans, the average American is so fucking goddamn stupid, they barely know how to wash their hands, okay? So the only way that we could have done anything about this pandemic would be to have mandatory lockdowns, mandatory quarantining. China did mandatory lockdowns and mandatory quarantining. And they did a pretty good job up until they decided, fuck it, whatever. They release all the lockdown quarantining protocols. Everyone's having fun and partying. Then a new variant comes around, and then, you know, they fuck around. Look at a country like Vietnam, which did proper contact tracing. They have, you know, a universal healthcare system that, you know, people that are sick get help, and they actually are able to live longer. They're actually able to die less often, right? So, you know, again, the American brain, the consciousness that we all share in this country is it's not a good brain. I don't know what else to really say. I mean, this is going to go down in history as like, why do we, like, let's be honest, we don't have a CDC. Like, the CDC is a waste of money. Look at monkeypox, which is the next pandemic. The CDC is not doing anything there either. Is the CDC going to be funneling all of their resources into getting vaccines in every population? No. Is the CDC going to recommend people stay home from work if they work in areas where people have monkeypox? No. Is the CDC going to recommend lockdowns or, you know, masking or like provide everyone universal PPE so that they don't get infected? No. So why do we have a CDC? How much money, my question, how much money are we wasting by funding the CDC? I'm just curious. They've done nothing this entire time. The CDC has done nothing at all. They tried nothing, and then they did this. What do we do? What are we supposed to do? It's sad. It's sad. And then, of course, you have people that do care, like myself, like a lot of people that watch my show, people that do care, people that do wear masks when they leave the house, people that, you know, if they did get sick, they quarantine, people, you know, that follow all the rules, quote unquote, and we're still going to have to get COVID anyway. Like, I'm going to get COVID, like, in 2025 because the CDC was too lazy to do anything. They were too fucking lazy to do their own job. If I work at Bojangles, and my boss is like, why aren't you frying the chicken? You got to fry the chicken. And I'm just like, don't really feel like it. Sorry, I'm lazy. I don't really feel like it. You know what would happen? The manager at Bojangles would fucking fire me. But if you work for the CDC, oh, maybe we should do something about this virus. Kind of lazy. Don't really feel like it. And you get a raise. You get to go on TV. Isn't that crazy how we construct our society? Right? When you are in the position of power and you're one of the only people that are able to do something, you don't have to work. You just go on TV for free, you go home, you buy a 6-pack of Coca-Cola, and you watch whatever fucking garbage is on the television at night until you fall fucking asleep. All right, that's all you do. If you're the director of the CDC, fuck it, you have no job. Your job is to be a celebrity. You go on television and you do fucking nothing all day. That's your fucking job. Whereas, I can't go to work at fucking Wendy's and then, you know, oh, get in the drive-thru, and then I can't just, like, you know, sing songs on the drive-thru window. Otherwise, I'll get fired. What? I'm just chilling. Well, I'm sorry, I'm a little lazy. I don't feel like working today. You know, you ever think about it, though? Like, really, isn't that kind of fucked up? How poor people are expected to be working ourselves to the bone. We're expected, if we make a single mistake at work, we have to get fired, and we have to, like, think about it, and we have to be, like, so sad and upset at ourselves from how dare did we leave the fucking fish out of the refrigerator? Oh, no, it's over. Right? But if you work in these powerful institutions, you can fuck up over and over and over and over again, and you fail upwards. Right? Like, police do this all the time. They kill people, and then they get promoted. Isn't that crazy? They murder someone unarmed, a black man who's running away, then they get a promotion. That's basically what the CDC does. They murder people en masse. They're responsible for 1 million deaths, and then they get promotions. They're like, oh, fuck yeah, let's go. Let's go out on the company trip. Isn't this great? This society that we've constructed for ourselves. Let's read this fucking article here. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention loosened COVID-19 guidelines on Thursday, freeing the language here from the New York Times. Emily Athens. This is a genocidal fucking maniac. Emily Athens. I don't even know how to pronounce her name. These people are genocidal. They look at the disabled population with contempt. They say, ooh, you're immunocompromised? Pfft. Not in 3 years you won't be, because you'll be dead. They're genocidal. I need you to understand. They are genocidal. Like, the history, right, of this cannot go, you know, I just need to, like, 30 years from now, 40 years from now, people that are still alive, my generation, we're going to be looking back at this, right? And we need to be taking notes on who the pro-genocide freaks are. Emily Athens framing subjecting kids to torturing themselves with viruses as, quote, freedom. No, we're going to free the kids so that they can get infected and get long COVID and have an entire life, 70 years on this planet in agony and torment, just wondering maybe if the CDC would have done their jobs when they were a kid, maybe, just maybe, they'd have a life like the rest of us. We're going to free them? Isn't that insane? The changes are a sharp move away from measures such as social distancing requirements and quarantining, which had polarized much of the country. Y'all, I need you to understand. Republicans, this isn't a game, okay? Republicans are not people that disagree with you. Republicans are not just like lost sheep in the wilderness. They are actively trying to kill everyone on this planet and in this country that does not agree with them. I need you to understand this. A lot of people go out there and they say, oh, Republicans are we just disagree. Conservatives, we agree to disagree. No, I need you to understand this. Conservatives, right-wingers, Republicans in this country are a threat to the rest of us. They are a cancer that needs to be cut out of our body politic, that is. Right, again, if you have frostbite on your left leg, right, and you're going into sepsis, what do you need to do in that situation? You need to cut the rotting limb off. That is the Republican Party. That is Republican voters, not just politicians, but Republican voters. They are a genocidal freak cult. I need you to understand this. There is no such thing as a good Republican. It's impossible. It's the same argument that people said, oh, the Nazis shouldn't be hung. They shouldn't be tried for their war crimes. They were just following orders. Except in this case, Republican voters aren't following orders. They're just naturally this fucking stupid and they enjoy it. I need you to understand, Republicans, there is no such thing as a good Nazi. They don't exist. If there were good Nazis, we'd look at history a little bit differently, all right? Polarized much of the country and effectively acknowledged that the way many Americans have been navigating the pandemic for some time, the agency's action comes as children across the country return to school and many offices have reopened. We know that COVID-19 is here to stay. Greta Massetti, a CDC epidemiologist, said at a news briefing on Thursday, high levels of population immunity due to vaccination or previous infection. Again, the new variants, previous infection, immunity doesn't really do anything. So the CDC, they are lying. I need you to understand this, right? This is the world that we're living in, right? We cannot trust any government institution ever. The CDC is openly just lying. We have read, I've read them on my show, that the BA.5 variant is more immunity evasive and develops weaker immunities. You can be reinfected with COVID and other variants all the time, like especially when there's multiple variants going on, right? If there's like 3 different variants in circulation, you might be immune for 3 weeks to one variant, then get the other variant in a week and a half, right? The CDC is just lying to you. They are lying to you because they think that you're stupid. And guess what? You probably are, unless you're watching my show, of course. Like, and I don't want to sound like a fucking conspiracy nut here, but you know what? Fuck it. I will take the fucking mantle of conspiracy nut if this is the world that we're living in. The CDC's new guidelines come after more than 2 years of a pandemic in which more than 1 million Americans have died. We still have approximately 500 fucking deaths in this country per week. 500 people. Isn't that crazy? Like, that's just acceptable, right? People are just fine with hundreds and hundreds of people dying for no reason. While the highly contagious BA.5 subvariant of Omicron spreading, the United States is recording more than 100,000 cases and nearly 500 deaths a day on average. 500 deaths a day now? Okay, with this recent surge. But many Americans dispensed with practices such as social distancing, quarantine, and mask wearing long ago. Quote, I think they're attempting to meet up with the reality that everyone in the public is pretty much done with this pandemic. Pretty much done. Pretty much done. What? We're done with the pandemic. Oh, I'm glad that random shitfuck for brains just decided the pandemic's over. Isn't that great? Yeah, we're done. Oh, did the virus go away? No. Oh, are we all vaccinated against the virus so it can... No. Oh, are we all going to wear masks so that we can all safely get... No. Oh, are we all going to do anything at all to prevent... No. We're done. Imagine if you're in 3rd grade and you get some homework. And you bring in the homework. You didn't touch the homework. Nothing is written on the homework. Your name's not even written on the homework. But you turn it in anyway. Now, imagine a scenario where the teacher pulls you aside and says, hey, I didn't, what, is this yours? And then they put the empty page and it said, yeah, I'm done. I'm done with the homework. You're done? You're done. Oh, yeah, I'm just done. I'm sorry. I'm done. Well, you didn't fill anything out. You didn't do anything. Yeah, I know. I'm done. I just decided that I'm done. What? Yeah, I'm done. Imagine you go to work, right? And you're a janitor, right? And you're supposed to clean out the bathrooms at this hotel. And the hotel management goes to the bathroom and sees, oh shit, there's fucking shit on the walls. There's piss all over the ceiling. How did this happen? And they go like, hey, why didn't you clean this up? Oh, sorry, I'm done. What? But you didn't, oh no, I'm just done. I just decided, I'm done. I'm done. But you didn't do your work. I'm done. Sorry. That's the CDC. If you're working at that janitorial job, you get fired. If you're at Bojangles and you say, I'm done. I didn't do anything. I'm just sitting in the back room listening to my iPod. I'm done. Sorry. You get fired. If you're working at the fucking Roto-Rooter and you're like, oh shit, I don't feel like changing the tires. I'm done. I'm done. I refuse. I'm done. I just decided, I'm done. So you get fired. If you fucking are a child and you hand in empty fucking blank pages as homework or your test and you just say, I'm done, guess what? You fail. But if you're the CDC, you can just say, oh, I didn't do any work. I did nothing at all, and I'm done. And everyone's like, so brave. They caught up with the rest of America. So brave. What? That's the world we live in. I need you to understand that these institutions are only as legitimate as how they handle these crises, right? If the CDC is not able to combat this pandemic, the CDC is not able to do anything. We shouldn't even have a CDC. What's the fucking point? It's a waste of fucking money? It's a waste of fucking money. I would rather spend whatever percentage less in my taxes than deal with funding a fucking inept institution that does nothing and then gaslights us all into saying that they've done everything that they can. The agency has been working for months on the new guidance, which builds on previous recommendations issued in February when the agency shortened isolation times. They've been working for months on the guidance of do nothing and hope for the best. It took them months to come up with this idea. Imagine you get hired for a landscaping job, right? You're supposed to, like, convert this, like, forest into, like, an empty field with grass or whatever, right? You're one of those people, right? And then your contractor, like, calls you up after 3 weeks. They go and they check and they see that nothing has happened. And then you go, like, I'm still working on, like, how I got to figure out the best way to chop these trees down. I got to... I'm still working on it. And then 3 months later, they call you again. And they're like, oh, I just noticed nothing's happening. Well, I decided that I'm done. And I've been working for months on coming up with this. But I just decided, you know what? It'd be easier if I did nothing. I decided it would be easier for all of us if I just didn't do the job you paid me to do. What? But you work in the CDC. You get promoted. You get a raise. Oh shit, you did nothing? Let's go. Let's bonus time. 3-week vacation. Let's fucking go. What a stupid fucking country. What a stupid fucking country. Right? We have stupid fucking leaders, stupid fucking institutions, and stupid fucking people. The population of this stupid fucking country is absurd. Stupid motherfuckers are still debating whether or not a mask is effective. Stupid fucking idiots are like, oh, the mask, goddamn, doesn't even, whoa. Right? Like, what? People in this country are too fucking stupid to possibly continue what we're on right now. There's no way this country will not implode when this is the population we're dealing with. It's sad. It's fucking sad. This is a stupid fucking country. Stupid fucking voters. Stupid fucking people. Stupid fucking institutions. Stupid fucking leaders. Everyone in this country, besides like maybe 5 to 10% of the population, is too fucking dumb to live. And the rest of us have to deal with their horrible decisions. And it's fucking sad. It's sad. This country is fucking sad. What's the solution? The solution is to do something. The solution is mandatory vaccination. The solution is pay people to stay at home. The solution is groceries delivered to people's doorstep. The solution is free masks for everybody that are effective. The solution is prescriptions sent to your fucking mailbox. The solution is this, and like, it's not that hard. We have the mail system. USPS has been around longer than the United States has been a country. We figured out how to send people things via the mail service before we figured out how to revolt against the king, motherfucker. This is not new technology. The idea that we can deliver things to people's houses is not new technology. Seth, not only do I agree with everything you're saying, but I actively, like, if I don't pray because I don't believe in God, right? But I hope and pray with all of my atheistic prayer that they die as soon as possible. Agent 006, you're telling me the CDC sent everyone masks every day? You're telling me the CDC paid for people to get groceries? Yeah, you're a fucking moron. You live in an alternate world. Shut the fuck up, dude. Jesus Christ. The CDC did send people hundreds of dollars of groceries and medications in the mail. You just missed it. What? What? Also, Sniffle Snuff McGee, you're a fucking moron. You are quoting Hitler. Stupid fucking idiot. Stupid fucking Oh, describing that people that want to kill you are actually bad people. That's literally quoting Hitler. I didn't realize Hitler was going out there and saying, oh shit, these people that want to kill us, well, they're not that great people. No, last time I checked, Hitler made up a bunch of bullshit about people that didn't do anything. Are we just not going to acknowledge reality? Are we not going to fucking acknowledge reality, what the Republican Party is doing? Jewish people did not do anything at all to anybody else to deserve the Holocaust, okay, motherfucker? The idea that you're going to say Republicans and Jewish people are as persecuted as one another, Jesus fucking Christ. They had food deliveries and pickups. No, they didn't, Agent. You live in another world. Stop doing drugs and get back into the real world, please. Unless you're not American. If you live in another country, maybe you're confusing that country for America. But we're talking about America here. Jesus fucking Christ. You're literally quoting Hitler when you describe what Republicans do. Dumb motherfuckers. Dumb shit for brains assholes, dude. That's what we're dealing with in this country, with stupid motherfuckers. The Republicans are not going to use me quoting Hitler against the... What the fuck are you saying? You know what? Like, you are too fucking stupid for my fucking chat room. Get the fuck out of here. Quoting Hitler. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. This isn't even funny. We're talking about 1 million dead motherfuckers. We're talking about millions of sick motherfuckers. And you're like, acknowledging reality is literally quoting Hitler. You know, I guess, you know what? Every time you say, oh, excuse me, I gotta go to the bathroom, you're quoting Hitler. Because Hitler once had said at school, oh, sorry, I need to go to the bathroom, yes. Right? So now you're quoting Hitler. Stupid motherfucker. Whenever you say, hey, can you pass the salt? Oh, shit, you're quoting Hitler. Hitler once asked someone to pass the salt. You dumb shit for brains cocksucker. Get the fuck out of my fucking stream. Jesus fucking Christ. So fucking stupid. And also, I don't give a fuck what Republicans think about my fucking show. If we fucking spend our entire lives worried about what fucking Republicans might think about us if we say the truth, you know what, motherfucker? You're living in a fucking fantasy world. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Jesus Christ. You are quoting Hitler. My God. Stupid motherfucker. The fucking plastic guards thing never really made any sense to me. Right? Like there's always like one shield, but it's super small. At least at the grocery stores I go to. It's like one small like shield that's super small. But like if they're there, why remove them? Why spend more money to remove them? Like at least it's a harm reduction, right? It's mitigating a little bit of harm. Why remove them, right? They already spent the money to put them there. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Republicans are fucking stupid. Like, whenever a Republican comes to my chat and tries to be cute, like, it's just always fucking, like, mind-numbingly stupid. The shields make sense to me in the sense that, like, are they literally better than nothing? Yes. That it is literally better than doing nothing? But is it good? No. Does it solve all the problems? No. Does it really keep the workers that safe? No. Is it literally better than doing nothing? Is it better than putting, like, a fan, like, in the direction of, like, you know, like the customer talking to the worker and there's like a fan behind the customer blowing all their droplets into the fucking worker's face? Is it better than that? Yeah, maybe. But, like, you know, like, overall, not that great. I'm drinking a cider this morning. It's been a while since I've done a show when I'm drunk, so I figured I'd drink a little bit, have a good morning. You know, just have a little fun. To Milo's dismay. GOP will use it against you, and now Trump's going to win. It's all meant to suppress our voices. That's exactly right. It's self-censorship. I don't believe in self-censorship. I'm sorry. Right? I don't believe in that shit. Goddamn Glam Girl Adel is my fellow alcoholic in the chat. Hell yeah. North Carolina cop being shot to death early this morning. Hey, not all the news is bad news. Hoping and praying for the best possible outcome as far as that department is concerned. My friend's son of 28 lost his taste and smell for 2 years now. Well, there's nothing the CDC could have done. Fucking stupid goddamn country. Realign, you've been awake for like fucking 8 hours already. I woke up like an hour ago, okay, motherfucker? Anyway, let's go on with some news. Let's talk about the Orange Man. Alright. Mar-a-Lago search. Trump's lawyers expected to respond to warrant release request today. So there's some stuff going on. 2 people have access to the search warrant. Donald Trump and the DOJ. The DOJ has said that they would potentially release the search warrant. Donald Trump has not released the search warrant. And the question is why? If you're Donald Trump, wouldn't you want to release the search warrant immediately? Wouldn't you want people to know it was a sham raid or a hoax, you know, whatever the fuck? On his social media, real quick before we start, Donald Trump lost the 2020 election. Joe Biden won the 2020 election. The big lie is, of course, a big lie. Shut the fuck up. Okay. On his social media site, Truth Social, late Thursday night, former President Donald Trump said he won't oppose a federal court in Florida unsealing the search warrant that authorized federal agents to search his Mar-a-Lago residence. Not only will I not oppose the release of the documents, Trump said in a statement late Thursday, I'm going a step further by encouraging the immediate release of those documents. Now, again, he could just post it. Trump's comments came out the Department of Justice earlier Thursday, filed a motion to unseal the search warrant, absent objection from the former president, putting the ball in the former president's court. The former president's legal team has until 3 p.m. Friday to formally respond to the Justice Department's filing. So we'll see how this goes. But my guess is that the search warrant has something in it that Donald Trump isn't a huge fan of, so they're taking as much time as they can to get a response ready while running out the clock, while also not publicly looking that bad, right? Donald Trump could release it. It is possible for him to release the search warrant, but he's like, we'll let the process play out, blah, 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 blah. You know, just trying to run out the clock, come up with another kind of response. And, but again, like, this FBI raid thing is hilarious. I'm gonna get into the nuclear stuff in a second here. But I mean, this whole thing is hilarious. It really is. I mean, like, again, the first time in the history of the FBI that they've done literally anything good. I'm here for it. But anyway, we'll see how this develops, and we might have another update later. Once again, y'all, I'm going to be doing a 6 p.m. show. I'm hosting a debate between Jeffrey Camp Bell and Disco Brian on my show tonight at 6 p.m. We'll see what happens. For those of you that haven't been following this drama, basically, it boils down to Disco Brian being in a group chat with Jeffrey Camp Bell, and people in the group chat didn't like Disco Brian's involvement and didn't like his takes, so they banned him from the group chat, right? And then Disco Brian happens to be really good at video editing and also really funny, and so he's making and has made a bunch of really hilarious videos about Jeff and his group chats, and some of the videos go a little far in their allegations, and I'm hosting the debate to end all debates tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern time, so should be fun. I don't know how long it will last. I have no idea how long it will last, but it will be hilarious, and that is really all that matters. Now, again, my opinion is I like Jeff and I like Disco Brian. I think they both have things that they're right about. They both have things that they're wrong about. I think both of them can be a little quick to judge people. I think both of them can be, correct in their judgments of certain people. I like both of them, and I would like to be the bridge to heal this divide. But I know that that's probably not going to happen. But we'll see. Got a candle going on. It smells like the sunset. Look at this fucking shit. Look at that. The liquid wax. Isn't that a crazy invention? It's probably going to be a little nuts. Oh, I mean, it will be, for sure. Yeah, the polio resurgence. Who'd have thunk, right? Booze and fire, a winning combo. That's right. How does sunsets smell? I mean, they smell like the sunset. Like, hello. Come on. All right. So we got some more news here. Can I get a vibe check? What's the vibe check? Give me your vibe. Please hand me your vibe. The Letter Hack Awards Committee. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. All right. Breaking news, folks. Breaking news. This is crazy, okay? So this is just released from the Letter Hack. The Letter Hack original comics by Matt Strackbine, cartoonist for the left. So this is the official leftist cartoonist coming out with a breaking news announcement. The Letter Hack Awards Committee held an impromptu MTG. Get it? I'm assuming MTG in this context means Magic the Gathering. They gathered around for a couple of matches and unanimously voted 4 out of 4 to revoke Bree Joy's 2020 award, an action that was, until now, unprecedented. So 2020 award revoked, and then this is a very crude image of Brianna Joy Gray. Winner crossed out, Brianna Joy Gray, best quote retweet 2020. This is FYI, there is an actual 4-person committee with international representation. So I think the big news here is that I am not on this committee, and I should be. So let's all petition Matt Strackbone to get me on this committee. We need a 5-person committee. Is there any transgender representation on this committee? Can I get in under that kind of ruling? What's the transgender representation percentage? Everyone reply to this tweet and demand that this presumably cisgender panel expand and stop their cisgender supremacy and add some transgender representation in the form of me onto the panel. And so there you go. That's some news from the Letter Hack, who may or may not be transphobic. I'm not sure. But either way, this is a pretty good move. And so we need some transparency here about this panel. I must say, we really need some open secrets reports on this kind of stuff. But anyway, there you go. Vibing out in the wood now, checking trees for invasive species. Oh, I hate invasive species. All right, let's talk about the nuclear codes. All right. So I got two headlines I want to juxtapose here. This is from CNN. Report that FBI sought nuclear documents sharpens Trump showdown with Justice Department. Trump denies report that FBI sought nuclear documents during Mar-a-Lago search. So I want to read this one first. I'll get a couple of paragraphs in, and then we'll switch over, see what Trump has to say. A report that FBI agents searched for classified documents related to nuclear weapons at Donald Trump's Florida resort could explain the urgency of the unprecedented operation at the home of an ex-president and takes his showdown with the Justice Department to a grave new level. The account in the Washington Post could also undercut Republican lawmakers who didn't wait for details of the case before criticizing a search they claimed was more typical of a tyrannical state. Again, Republicans are fucking stupid. The latest development also further ups the stakes of an escalating legal battle after Attorney General Merrick Garland on Thursday called the former commander-in-chief's bluff and, in an unusual move, asked the court to unseal the search warrant and inventory of property taken from Trump's home. Okay? I'm going to move my camera a little bit. The details in the Post report came on yet another extraordinary day that reprised the chaos and recriminations of Trump's presidency and carved acrimonious new political divides ahead of the former president's likely run for the White House. Now, again, just want to be very clear, Donald Trump is actually banned from running to for president or any office. He is banned under 14th Amendment Section 3 that says you're not allowed to engage in an insurrection against the United States, and also you're not allowed to give aid or comfort to those engaging in an insurrection against the United States. Donald Trump not only engaged in an insurrection, but he also gave extensive aid and extensive comfort to other people engaging in the insurrection, and therefore he is banned from running for office. But of course, Democrats are lazy and they don't know anything about the Constitution, so they're not going to do anything about that. But throwing that out there. The Post cited people familiar with the investigation as saying that federal agents were looking for classified documents related to nuclear weapons. Among other items at Trump's resort, the people did not describe the documents in detail, nor whether they related to nuclear arms belonging to the U.S. or another nation. CNN does not independently confirm the report. But if it turns out that Trump did take such material from the White House, it would raise the question of why a former president would need such closely guarded secrets after leaving office. The possibility that such material would be held in an unsecured facility where guests come and go. Yeah, if I'm like a foreign leader or someone that works for another government, you know what the first thing I'm going to do is get a membership in Mar-a-Lago. You know what I mean? So throwing that out there. Anyway, my guess is that he just took whatever he could. He just stole whatever property he could and didn't really look through them. That's my guess. I would be shocked if he like took the nuclear codes or something like on purpose in an effort to sell them to like Russia. I would be shocked. I don't think that at all. I think it's most likely he just took whatever he could, didn't look through them, and then the FBI was like, yo, or like, you know, the White House was like, yo, we don't know where these codes are, you know, some shit like that, and then they looked for him and found him. Anyway, let's read this. Former President Donald Trump on Friday denied a report from the Washington Post that said FBI agents were looking for classified documents relating to nuclear weapons. On his Truth Social platform, Trump said nuclear weapons is a hoax, just like Russia was a hoax, referring to then Special Counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into the Trump campaign ties to Russia. Trump attacked the officials involved with the search of his home, calling them sleazy. Now, once again, the Mueller report actually did find some good things. Donald Trump, of course, had people on his campaign that were very, very much so involved with, texting Russian people in the government of Russia, you know. And again, it's also like the more obvious thing is, of course, Vladimir Putin would want someone like Donald Trump in the White House. He wants to destabilize the West. He wants to destabilize the United States. So no shit, it's a shared interest thing. But again, a lot of people did hype up the Mueller report, in my opinion, in a little cringy of a way. But either way, Trump is, of course, going to deny he did anything wrong every single time, right? He's just going to call every factually proven thing that he's done wrong, he's just going to call it a hoax, because why not? Once again, Donald Trump lost the 2020 election. Joe Biden won the 2020 election. So Throwing that out there. NBC News has not independently blah, blah, blah. Details of the documents sought by the FBI, such as whether the nuclear weapons in question were tied to the United States or another country, were not immediately clear, nor was it known if the agency found documents it was searching. Anyway, so this kind of just rehashes what the other article is. But Donald Trump says it's not true. Theoretically, we're going to find out today, Friday at 3 p.m., whether or 3 p.m. Eastern, I imagine, what was in the search warrant. It's getting juicy, y'all. It's getting juicy, okay? It's getting fucking juicy. And once again, Donald Trump is banned from running for office, so I find this pretty hilarious. And I enjoy this. It's the everyone sucks kind of thing. And Merrick Garland, you know, famously or infamously, depending on your perspective, has done pretty much nothing most of the time that he's been Attorney General. So I'm glad to see that he is finally getting the DOJ to do something about literally all the thousands of crimes Donald Trump is committing. There's also a report that Donald Trump was doing a deposition in his New York bullshit. I think it's a civil case or something. I haven't followed that one too extensively, but he was pleading the Fifth Amendment like hundreds of times, so that's interesting. I'll look into that maybe and talk about it tomorrow. But my opinion, Donald Trump has kind of gotten away with breaking the law thousands and thousands of times, and he thinks he's on God mode. And so if we're at a situation where he's no longer on God mode, right? The cheat has been disabled, but he's still acting like he's on God mode, and Merrick Garland decides, hey, let's do something. You know, I cherish the idea and the fact that I will outlive Donald Trump, and I love that I know I will live throughout the rest of Donald Trump's life. Like, whatever happens to him, if he dies, if he goes to jail and then dies in jail or gets Epsteined or kills himself or whatever he ends up doing, I am happy knowing that I am so young and he is so old, and I am so healthy and he is so unhealthy, that I will outlive him. And I feel really, really bad for the people that cannot say the same and that have died over the last couple of years. You know, because again, they're not going to live to see the end of the story. Imagine watching this movie, the Trump administration. Imagine going through this whole movie and you don't even get the ending. That sucks. So anyway, not to be too depressing, but if Trump does go to jail, I don't think he will. I'm going to be honest. I do not think he will. But I hope he does, and we'll see what happens. And it's going to be fun to talk about regardless. So there you go. I'm going to talk about the FBI shooting thing in a second here. I just want to say thank you to the person that gave me money on PayPal. I do appreciate that. And once again, reminder, I have a tip jar and I have actual coins. As you can see, this is a quarter of the United States variety from 1989. This is a really old quarter. This quarter is older than my life, and I'm putting it into the tip jar. If you would like to provide with me some resources, some cash money, as they say, I need money to live. As much as I wish that wasn't the case, I do need money to live. So super chats are great. PayPal, Cash App, Patreon is all great. And once again, thank you to people that do support the show. You know, I do everything myself, you know, so it's a lot of work. It might not seem like a lot of work. It might seem like a little bit of work, but it's a lot of work. So thank you. It's all good. If you give me any amount of money, like, that's good. I don't, you know, the recurrence, don't feel pressure about it. That's the last thing I want to do. Kind of decent. I thought I had COVID last night. Then I remembered I ate an edible. I had that experience the other day. I've been taking medical marijuana for my mouth issue. And the other day I forgot that I took one like right in the morning, like right after my show ended, and I forgot about it. And like I just forgot. And then like an hour and a half goes by, and like I'm sitting on the couch or my bed or whatever, and I try to get up to use the bathroom, and I realize, wait a second, I can't move, right? So it happens. Is this the show? I think so. Oh, the letter hack. What is this? About to sleep. Why do you have this photo of Max the dog downloaded? That's like one of the first... That's like one of the first pictures I took of Max the dog, like when I got him, and you just have that downloaded for some reason. Oh, Maxie. That's when I first met him. I'm gonna cry. Anyway, now that I'm done crying, the letter hack is a cisgender supremacist and needs to get some transgender representation on the panel. Previous winners cannot be committee members. Little, a little interesting. It sounds like, honestly, it's transphobia when you really think about it. Like when you really, really do think about it, it is transphobia. It really sounds a lot like those swimming rules where it's like, oh, if you used to be this and that and had this level in, 2012, then you are banned for it's a little interesting. That the letter hack is really so dead set on engaging in this transphobia. But what are you gonna do? Retro Boomer, have a beer on me, and thanks for another great episodic episode. It's not over yet, but I will have a beer on you. But this is a cider. I'm gonna finish the cider. Hell yeah. Hell yeah! Tip jar. Woo! $20. I just know based on what Max looks like. Johnny Too Late FTV. I memorize every photo I take of Max. I have no idea if any of the members are or aren't trans. Oh, that's exactly what a transphobe would say. Max the dog can be considered for nomination all he wants, but ultimately, Max the dog is a dog, and as unfortunate as that is, Maxie, check this out, Maxie, uppy, come on up. You got room. Come on up, Max. Come on up. Uppy! Okay. Come on. Yay. Max, are you going to vote in favor of me? Are you going to grease the wheels? Are you going to grease the wheels for me, Max? It's Max the dog. And as I said earlier, Max the dog is a dog. So that has to be understood in every discussion about his eligibility. List of questions for potential committee members. Hey, want to be a member? Max, you want to be a member? You want to be a member? All right, he said yes. I'm just petting this dog right now. Max, why are you such a good dog? Max the dog went to the vet yesterday, and we weighed him, and the comparison before he started heartworm treatment and after, and his weight, when we took him in there, he was 65 pounds, and now he's 72. So, Max the dog being on exercise restriction, he's getting a little chunky. So, but as soon as he is eligible to come off of exercise restriction, we're gonna, well, needless to say, Max is gonna get a lot of walkies. So, lots and lots of walkies. Someone stole my dog. What the fuck? What? Someone stole your dog? I would fucking... If someone stole my dog, I would die after. I would die in a murder-suicide after I had found their location. Anyway, let's do our last news story here. So all this talk about Donald Trump's FBI raid has resulted in something interesting. Police, suspect dead after attempted breach of Ohio FBI office. So this happened over the course of yesterday, I think. I honestly haven't looked into it too much, so I'm kind of learning here for the first time, but I did hear this through osmosis. Police in Ohio have shot and killed a man after a standoff between police and an armed suspect following a break-in at the FBI office in Cincinnati. The Associated Press reported that the man was armed and wore body armor. The standoff ended at around 3:40 p.m. local time, WCPO reported. Ohio State Highway Patrol confirmed that a man connected to the incident had been shot and killed by officers. The man was not immediately identified after the standoff later on Thursday. Earlier, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, said an armed individual attempted to breach the visitor screening facility at an FBI location in Cincinnati. According to Nathan Dennis, a spokesperson for the Ohio State Highway Patrol, the FBI alerted troopers about the attempted breach about 35 miles north of Cincinnati. Troopers spotted the suspect's vehicle and began a pursuit. He then led law enforcement on a chase that turned into a standoff in Clinton County, Ohio, about 50 miles north of Cincinnati. Law enforcement officials exchanged gunfire with a single suspect. Dennis said no officers were wounded. That's unfortunate. The man was driving a white Ford Crown Victoria as he led officers down a state highway on a chase before he was engaged in a shootout. WCPO reported that officers tried to negotiate with the man for multiple hours, citing statements by Ohio law enforcement during Thursday press conference. Police said they moved in the use less than lethal tactics to try and bring the man into custody. According to the police, the man raised his gun toward police officers, and the standoff was caused the officers to respond with lethal gunfire around 3:42 p.m. Anyway, interesting. Now, it is possible that this has nothing to do with the Trump raid. Possible. But I'm going to say, I don't know, it's a little too unlikely for my taste. I think it's more likely that this guy was a Trumper who thought, now's the time. As right-wing pundits online are talking about, the left is coming for you, the tyrants and the left. FBI can do this to the president, and what could they do to you? Right? So it's possible that this is just a completely isolated incident that happened in a vacuum, and it's not at all related to the Trump raid. But I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that this is a crazy fuckface motherfucker, and that they're doing this because of other crazy fuckface motherfuckers that decided to go fucking crazy. So I'm going to look into this more, and maybe we'll get some more updates for tomorrow after more information comes out. But isn't it a little interesting? I don't know, man. Leftists have been talking about how bad the FBI was for, 60 years. all of a sudden they raid Donald Trump and now they're the worst thing in the world according to these people? Yeah. Okay. I don't know, man. These people, like, and also, okay, like, okay, so the FBI raids Donald Trump's office in Florida, and yet he goes to the Cincinnati office? Like, I don't know, like, is it just, like, kill as many FBI agents as it can? Right? Like, I don't know, man. They're not bright. Apparently, he confessed on Truth Social. I'm sure he did. I'll look into that for tomorrow, though. Because, I don't want to... I hate doing live research, I just, whatever. But, yeah, anyway, escalating rhetoric leads to escalating political action. And the right is talking about the left is going to kill you all. And, sometimes when right-wingers listen to that all the time, they might actually think that the FBI is coming for them and that the FBI are a bunch of left-wingers. Yeah, Donald Trump nominated a fucking Antifa super soldier to be the FBI director. I forgot about that. You know what I mean? Famously, Donald Trump just made a huge mistake and nominated a fucking Antifa super soldier, Christopher Wray or whatever his name is. Whoops, just didn't even think about it. Yeah, imagine going to war over the Orange Man. Jesus, fuck, man. Imagine literally, like, going to war over the Orange Man. You'd, like, charge! You turn around, there's no one following you, and then you get shot and killed by the FBI. Like, isn't that crazy? Woo! Take up arms! We're gonna fight back for the Orange Man! Woo! Boom, 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 boom! In the sky. Turns around. Oh, I'm alone. And then the cops shoot him. Great. Jesus Christ. What a world. Anyway, so that's the show for today. How's everyone doing? Let me get a vibe check. Slut Dragon, are you Spit Dragon with a name change? Like, what's going on here? Or are you just a totally new user? Trimming weeds by my weed, haha. Not, so you're a totally new user? Who just happens to have a very similar name and profile picture? Alright, I'll take it. I accept the Slut Dragon. It's all good. Just curious. I'm some sort of cis supremacist. Oh no. It's true. The rumors are true. I'm here. I'll send you money as soon as I send out invoices. Oh. Wonderful news. Rick and Morty Slut Dragon? Is that a character in Rick and Morty? Is the new season of Rick and Morty any good? I haven't seen it. Alright. The rumors are true. Anyway, what's up? I'm gonna blow this candle out. Knowledge Fight Podcast. What's Knowledge Fight Podcast? I have 53 viewers right now. Like, who the fuck is watching this show? Like, I have 53 viewers, and the only new viewer is Slut Dragon. Which, I'll be honest, like, if we're getting sluts in the chat, I mean, that's a win. So, shout outs to Slut Dragon. But who else is watching? Like, you know, say hello. Come join us. Say hello. Whoa. Once again, everybody, 6 p.m. tonight, I will be hosting a debate between Jeffrey Campbell and Disco Brian of the Disco Brian show. I don't remember what his show's called. 6 p.m. Eastern time, so approximately 5 hours from now, or 7 hours from now. Should be fun. Should be entertaining. Of course, my ideal outcome is that both of them learn to love each other. I am unconvinced that that will be what's happening, but it should be entertaining nonetheless. And, 8 days a week. I'm working 8 days a week here, folks. How many people do you know that are working 8 days a week? 2 shows in one day? 8 days in 1 week? Holy moly. It's going to happen, so tune in later. I haven't made the stream page yet, but I'm going to do that when I'm done here. So, and Disco Brian is in the chat right now. Whoa. And it's true. I am the hardest working streamer. It is true. God, it's so true. It really is so true, honestly. It's the truest thing that's ever been sown. Anyway, Q-Cock, real quick, questions, comments, or concerns. If anyone has any, let me know. Other than that, I'll be ending the show. So be quick and tell me what your questions, comments, or concerns are right now. Q-Cock. How am I doing? I'm good. I'm good. I mean, that's the show, you know. So kind of just gearing up for what I'm gonna do later. I gotta eat food. What's the meaning of life? The meaning of life is to support my life by giving me money and attention and telling everyone you know about me. How's the problematic oral situation? Many people are asking, how's your mouth? I got a care package from a certain user. And I'm using some of that medication, and it's actually doing pretty well. So, you know, there you go. Great, despite the damage done to my personal reputation. Well, Letterhack, you of all people should understand that, you know, it is what it is. You know, sometimes things happen, you know. Is my face still discolored? Is it? So right next to my nostril. You see that? I don't know what that is. 35 czars. Am I still doing the jar bit? Yes, I am. I think I have more quarters around here somewhere. I might be out of quarters again. Fuck. All right, take this key to a house that I lived in 8 years ago. It's metal. Huh? Huh? I'll get more quarters. I have some somewhere. I bet a phone bit before we end. Hello? Are you on the phone? Me too! Alright, bye. How was that? I was wrong about PayPal and credit card fees. Oh no. And they're way worse than you even thought. Alright, y'all. Again, I'll be back here later at 6. So you will get a double dose of the Above It All, an evening show. And so with that being said, I'm going to go. Thank you all for watching. I love every single one of you. You know, except for that person who said I was quoting Hitler. In fact, I hate you. But other than that, that's the show. Goodbye.
I am not up to the job. And I mean that sincerely. It's not like, whoa.
Everybody comes in your grandmother. Everybody comes in your grandmother. Everybody comes in your grandmother. Yeah.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Could you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know. And then they have cans of soup. Soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. The perfect size, it's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup for my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.